about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
54. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 1st down, Curtis. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Touch 50, touch 50. Took right, took right.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go, D, let's go. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. Watch the run.
Run it.
Mike 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Here we go. 2, 18 Gator. Watch the slant. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, watch edge. Switch. Hustle. Put it right.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
No. He's coming. Double up. Yeah. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Set, ready. 60 out, low. Zoom. Watch the slant. Watch his flash.
Jackson from the shotgun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Mike, 5-4. Here we go, D. It's just.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Curtis, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
This is Breida on the draw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Come on, set. 15-90, 15-90. Watch the run, dog. Tight dog. 66, bullet, high. SOS. Check. Fresno.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pettis once again the target. 3rd down here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Charlie. Mike 22, he's coming, 22. Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. It's Curtis, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Curtis. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. A 1st carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go counter with Breida. Fighting through it, he's got space. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 77 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 56. You don't want none, baby.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st down Seahawks.
Take, lady.
Come on now.
Take.
You got tape.
On 1st down, Curtis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
24 is the mic.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
24 is the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Third and long. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here we go. 2 set. 23. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And this is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Chef. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch out. Check. Hayward.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Check 31. Check 81. Save. Switch. Go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. But he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Quick the edge. Go. Check nickel. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check, check.
Now it's Breida. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Focus, defense, focus.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Coming to you, coming to you.
Echo, echo.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Going for Metcalf. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big gain. They'll run on 1st down. It's Curtis. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
2nd and 9 at the 9-yard
line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 33-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On 2nd and 9, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 yards.
Right here, right here.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Back.
He may try and run for this. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
For the 49ers.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
You must be 57 at the moment.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curtis, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check. Hot route. We got to lift. Good touch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
25.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Mike's by 4. Bring it.
Got it.
They go again with Cannon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mike
15.
Mike 54.
15. Hey, 0.
Check. Watch 54.
You don't want this.
Hot something.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
Run left. Hey, 1-7. Check.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Check 50. Huh, 64. Wait.
Mike 50, huh?
Don't let him breathe. Let it go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set hut. 7 ending. All you get is a headache. Go. If you kill it, motion me out. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
I got him.
Watch the 6.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 22, Mike 23.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, 87 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
The kicker on 4th point after.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. 2 by 10. Let's go. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Let's go. Drive on.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida.
Go, run!
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
I'll go special.
Now Wilson on first down. That's caught. It's Malone. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Who's the team? 12. Mark 38.
On first down, Curtis. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Seahawks on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point.
Left pass.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Curtis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
That's where you belong.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You block plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 29, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run with Breda. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Hey. 4 down.
Good, 4 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Curtis, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Lamb.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up second and 7. That's a 40-yard line.
Now Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better. Let's go double count right here, double count.
Check back. 24.
He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Wilson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Slam, slam, slam. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 37. Showing up, showing up. Switch, switch, switch. Yup. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Delta.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Kill. Check. Lucky.
He's back to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, son. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 43. Under 10. 10.
Here's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Wide, get wide. Slam. No, muscle. Mike 22. Hayward. Juice coming, Mike.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Kill. Check three. Shift. Top up.
This is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
On the Seahawks 32-yard line.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here.
Tell the risk I was never